Celebrities are no strangers to crime due to their high-profile lives, typically dealing with issues like stalking or incidents similar to the bling ring. However, it's rare for them to become involved in serial cases. Astonishingly, Ashton Kutcher found himself in the role of a key witness in the trial of Michael Gargiulo, also known as the Hollywood Ripper, and his case spree in Los Angeles was more terrifying than any plot in Kutcher's movies. Now it appears Mel Gibson might have had enough of it all.
Ashton Kutcher taking the stand, testifying against a man accused of being a Hollywood serial killer.
The revelation about Ashton Kutcher's involvement in the murder case came to light, thanks in part to Mel Gibson, who was reportedly the first to publicly address this previously undisclosed aspect of the story.
I get up every day and I realize I'm not in control of this whole thing. And no matter what happens, I just ask for the grace to be able to deal with it.
According to reports, Ashton Kutcher's then-girlfriend, Ellerin, tragically fell victim to the serial K, known as the Hollywood Ripper, in 2001 when she was just 22 years old. In a turn of events, Michael Gargiulo, the perpetrator, was sentenced to death in 2021. Kutcher's involvement in the case played a significant role in aiding authorities to achieve this long-awaited justice.
One of the nation's most notorious crimes, and now Ashton Kutcher is one of more than 100 witnesses set to testify in the now infamous murder trial.
Kutcher consistently maintained that he had visited Ellerin's apartment to pick her up for a date and observed what he believed to be spilled wine near the front door. Assuming she was not at home, he departed the scene. Tragically, it was later discovered that Ellerin had been brutally murdered. Kutcher fully cooperated with the subsequent investigation. However, recent controversies involving the actor have brought new allegations related to what he witnessed at the crime scene to public attention.
Kutcher, appearing on the stand Wednesday sporting a mustache and dressed in a blue suit, describes the night 18 years ago when his friend and romantic interest, Ellerin, was stabbed.
The speculations began to circulate when Kutcher and his wife Mila supported Danny Masterson, a famous S offender.
Over 5 years after Danny Masterson's surfaced, his former That 70s Show co-star Ashton Kutcher breaks his silence.
Court documents reveal that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis were among more than 50 individuals who wrote letters to the judge presiding over the Danny Masterson-S assault trial. These letters conveyed their support for the actor before his sentencing.
Who sent in a letter defending the character of convicted serial and Scientologist in good standing, Danny Masterson.
Kutcher and Kunis, who are married and share 2 young children, had previously co-starred with Masterson on the Fox sitcom That 70s Show, which had a successful 8-season run spanning from 1998 to 2006, totaling 200 episodes. Furthermore, Kutcher and Masterson had collaborated on the Netflix series The Ranch. However, due to S assault allegations in 2017, Masterson was written out of the show during its 3rd season.
Also tonight, a judge in Los Angeles sentenced actor Danny Masterson to 30 years to life in prison.
Prior to his sentencing, Masterson's victims delivered compelling statements in court, painting a picture of the 47-year-old as a P. After the sentencing, one of Masterson's lawyers maintained his innocence and emphasized that the legal battle was far from over. The appellate lawyers are confident that these convictions will be overturned, he said. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher expressed their support for Danny Masterson before he was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for 2 women at his Hollywood Hills residence 2 decades ago. This is what triggered people the most.
I questioned whether any of the celebrities who may have submitted letters for Danny were perfectly aware that these letters are a matter of public record.
In letters submitted to the court before the sentencing, Kunis and Kutcher provided a different perspective on the disgraced actor, one that sharply contrasted with the ruthless P described by his victims. The victims had alleged that he had forcefully subjected the women to substance use and committed heinous acts against them.
He's convicted of gave emotional statements about how the assaults have impacted their lives, despite it being more than 20 years since these crimes occurred.
These letters became public a day after Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Charlene Olmedo issued Masterson's sentence. Unless successfully appealed, this sentence effectively means that the actor will not be eligible for parole until he reaches senior citizen status. Nevertheless, Ashton Kutcher faced significant criticism regarding his involvement in this incident. One person wrote, "Wow, astounding. Maybe they didn't know him personally like that, I hope. Lol, otherwise, they are a part of it." Another one wrote, How are they supposed to know if it hasn't been confirmed? This was months before him getting convicted. Tell me, if your friend was getting accused of it, would you believe them until it actually comes out? Not only netizens criticized him, but he was also bashed by Masterson's ex-girlfriend. Masterson's former girlfriend, actress model Chrissy Carnell-Bixler, was one of the 3 women who brought forth accusations of RDER against him. Bixler played a significant role in helping the other 2 survivors build their cases against the actor.
She was with Danny through a lot of the 70s show stuff, so she knows these 2.
Following the leak of Kutcher and Kunis's letters, Chrissy Carnell-Bixler began addressing what she believed were hidden truths about Ashton Kutcher. In a series of Instagram posts, the model actress accused Kutcher of providing false information to the police regarding what he had actually witnessed on the night of Ashley Ellerin's murder. Bixler asserted that Kutcher had contacted his team of publicists and Danny Masterson before reaching out to the police at the crime scene, allegedly in an effort to distance himself from the situation as much as possible. She took to social media to call out Kutcher, saying, "Dear Ashton, I know the secrets your role model keeps for you, ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there?" Speculation began about Kutcher's actions on February 21st, 2001, the day Ellerin was murdered. You were on speakerphone that night. You called Danny on February 21st, 2001. I hear everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor, Chrissy posted. Indeed, Ashton Kutcher was a witness in the trial of Ashley Ellerin's murderer, Michael Gargiulo. During his testimony, Kutcher explained that he had planned to go on a date with Ellerin that night and had called her twice but received no response. Upon arriving at her residence, he looked through a window and thought he saw a wine stain on her carpet. Deputy District Attorney Dan Akerman stated, he believed at that point he had been stood up. We believe now the evidence will show that was actually blood and Ashley had already been murdered. However, Chrissy further went on saying that Masterson made a bet with Kutcher, offering him $10 if he French kissed Mila during their first kiss on the set, which also happened to be Mila Kunis's first kiss in real life. Kunia in her interview said, "It was like the first week. I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life." Bixler also shared a statement on Instagram regarding the news of Masterson being sentenced to 30 years to life for 2 counts of RDER. She wrote, "I'm still processing everything that happened at the sentencing. I will say that last night I had my first solid and peaceful night's sleep in years. I just want to thank the following people for their tireless fight in helping us get justice." Bixler went on to name the Honorable Judge Olmedo, DDA Reinhold Mueller, DDA Ariel Anson, George Gaskin in the Lada's office, Detective Javier Vargas, Victims Advocate Rosario Mariscal, our angel and fierce protector Leah Ramini, Rinder Mike, S. Smith-Levin, Yasha Raleigh, Lisa Bartley from ABC 7 LA, my incredible husband Cedric Bixler Zavala, and for my sister survivors Jen, Nisha, Bobette, Trisha, Kathleen, and to the rest of his survivors, known and unknown. I hope you're all experiencing justice, and I pray deep healing for us all. She concluded her post by saying, "Danny Masterson will never harm another woman for as long as he shall live. To all the victims of Scientology, we aren't finished yet." She also reacted to the viral videos of Ashton Kutcher. And now, former That 70s Show heartthrob Ashton Kutcher is currently finding himself in the midst of a resurgence, but not the type he might have expected. The actor is now facing significant online backlash as clips from his past resurface, following his support for his sitcom co-star Danny Masterson.
It was like war games, you know?
But nobody was going to take your pictures, so you could really wow out, and nobody would know what you did last night.
I have more photos of Commando Kutcher.
Chrissy then used her Instagram story to post old videos of Ashton Kutcher from the early 2000s. These clips showcased instances where Kutcher made inappropriate comments, with a particular focus on underage actress Hilary Duff and his now wife, Mila Kunis.
She also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen, and she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18.
In a video from a 2003 episode of Punk'd, Ashton Kutcher made a comment about singer and actress Hilary Duff, who was only 15 years old at the time. Adding to the complexity of the situation, Chrissy Carnell-Bixler shared an old clip from the same Rosie O'Donnell show appearance, in which Mila Kunis recounted an uncomfortable incident. According to Coonies, Kutcher had apparently made a side bet with Danny Masterson about French kissing her when she was only 14 years old. This underscores an alarming disregard for boundaries and consent, even if it was intended as a mere joke at the time.
Well, you're such a nice lady.
Thank
You're
you.
what? You're all of 19.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're in the show though. You're just.
I'm the one who's kissed every single guy in the show.
Another rediscovered clip featured a teenage Mila Kunis sitting on Ashton Kutcher's lap in a promotional video for That 70s Show. In this clip, Kutcher made inappropriate comments while laughing and engaging in physical interactions with Kunis, who appeared visibly uncomfortable.
Hi, I'm Ashton Kutcher, and I'm from That 70s Show TV. No, That 70s Show too.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm doing this is not because I think In the Crease is good.
The clips shared by Bixler have drawn renewed attention to previous incidents, with the aim of seeking accountability from Kutcher for his statements and actions, particularly in light of his support for Danny Masterson and the tragic death of Ashley. There are concerns among some individuals that Kutcher may have been involved in her demise, possibly connected to allegations of assault. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.